How on earth do I take pictures like these without special lenses and other expensive equipment? It's not actually that hard to do. In order to take high magnification macro photos without a macro lens or a focusing rail, you will be needing a DSLR or mirrorless camera, a zoom lens, a standard focal length prime lens, a coupling ring, a light source, and some superglue helps as well. The zoom lens should be somewhere between 150 and 400 millimeters. I find around 200 millimeters works best. The coupling ring is just a metal adapter with filter threads on both sides. You'll need the right one to match the lenses you're using. I'm using a Nikon 70 to 300 millimeter zoom lens and a Nikon 50mm f1.8 prime lens for my setup. Simply screw the prime lens onto the zoom lens and set the prime lens's focus to infinity. The rule of thumb here is, the longer the zoom and the shorter the prime, the greater the magnification. Another thing you're going to need is a subject to shoot. I found this dead wasp on our bathroom windowsill the other day. In order to position a dead insect in front of the lens, I like to use a paper clip. Simply bend it open and then dip the end of it into some superglue. It's a bit tricky to do, but just press the end of the paper clip onto the abdomen of your subject and wait a few seconds. If done correctly, you should be able to lift the whole thing up. Now you just need to find a way to get the bug in front of the lens. I like to use this cheap third arm tool that I found on Amazon. It helps me move the bug in any direction I need to. If you decide to use a flash like I do, then you need to diffuse the light. The easiest way to do this is with a sheet of normal office printing paper. The way I do it is I build a tunnel that completely surrounds my subject. Using a flash will give you a lot more light than continuous lighting can give you, which in turn means you can shoot at a lower ISO and get a cleaner image. Position the camera so the part of your subject that's closest to you is in focus. If you leave the end of the paper tunnel empty, your background will be pretty dark. To add some color, you can just use your phone. For the wasp, I'm going to try out some blue and green. If you look through the viewfinder, what you'll see is an image with an incredibly shallow depth of field. The only way to get a focused image at such high magnifications is to focus stack. That means taking a photo, then adjusting the focus a tiny little bit, and then taking another photo. And this is the part you normally need expensive equipment for. Here's how I do it though. I turn the camera's intervalometer on and set it to 100 images. And every time the camera takes a picture, I move the focusing ring of the zoom lens a tiny little bit. I start at its closest focusing distance and then slowly move towards infinity. If your camera doesn't have an intervalometer, you can take the shots manually as well. Once you've done this, you will have 100 single photos with the focal plane moving across your subject from image to image. And there are many ways to focus stack these single images to make one focused image. I like to use Affinity Photo on my iPad. Simply select Focus Stack, import the photos, and wait. Once it's finished, you'll have a focused shot. I tend to clean the image up a bit with the repair tool, and then I adjust the colors in Lightroom. And here you go. These are the final images, one with a green background, one with a blue background. I hope you enjoyed the video, and maybe you even learned something. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll try and answer them. See you soon.